All right, we're going to call the meeting to order. And this is the Public Safety Subcommittee of Appropriations. And we are dealing today with the 2013 amended budget on the public safety agencies. After the meeting today, we will adjourn to the parking lot where Tom Weldon will give us a lesson on changing a tire. I want to see if you can beat your previous record of an hour and a half. All right, we're starting with the Court of Appeals, and we're on the tracking sheet 5.1.3, where there was a request for $5,400, and the committee deleted that, and so that request is now zero. On 5.1.5, Court of Appeals had requested maintenance fees for docket software of $33,000, and the committee recommended zero. And 5.1.6, there was a request for an increased funds for personal services of $225,016, and the committee's request is zero. On Judicial Council, 6.3.1, there was a request for $52,000 for a new position, and the committee's response to that is zero. On prosecuting attorneys, which is section 8, on page 21, there was a request at 8.2.1 for $155,947 for travel expense. That request was zeroed out by the committee. 8.3.1, no, 8.3.2, there was a request, I think, for state health benefit plan premiums adjustment of $58,218, and that was zeroed out by the committee. So that request was denied. In section 9 on Superior Courts, which is on page 9 of your tracking sheets, 9.2.1 was a request for $67,500 for operating expense enhancement. That was denied by the committee, was turned to zero. 9.2.2, increased funds for personal services of $18,051. That request was zeroed out. 9.3.1, the request was for a reduction of $749,551 in senior judge money. That deduction or reduction was denied, and so there was no change in senior judge money, so basically that money was put back into the budget. 9.3.2, there was a request enhancement of $168,558 for personal services, and that request was denied by the committee and is zero. Section 18, Corrections, page 11. There was a change at 18.2.2, a request at 18.6.1 and 18.6.2. The ultimate result of which was a realignment, and also 18.11.3 on the next page. The ultimate result was a realignment, but the ultimate result was $1 million reduction in the department's request. Section 29, which is the GBI, is found on page 14. $29.1.3, there was a The governor's request in the budget was $69,684 reduction. We restored that money, so that reduction has changed to zero. 29.1.4, we put in a reduction of $50,000 for personal services. 29.2.2, there was a reduction in the budget placed in by the governor's recommendation of minus $525,000. We changed that to a minus $480,000, so we enhanced that by $45,000. 29.4.3, which was dealing with landlines in the regional investigative offices. The request from the governor's office was a reduction in that for the last 6 months of the year, and we changed it to just a 1 month reduction. So instead of a minus $55,877, we reduced it by $9,313. So that was actually a $46,000 enhancement by us. 29.5. There is estimated to be, because this is the first year we were doing in the CJCC, the grants for accountability courts, and it was $11,900,000. It's estimated that at the end of the fiscal year that they will have granted out all but $851,000 of that, since it's the first year of the program, and so we took that money and used it other places in the budget. So that's a minus $851,186. Section 38, which is the Department of Public Safety. On page 19, 38.11.3, there was a reduction in the post by $316,802. We put that money back in, and it's actually page 20. We put that money back in, and then we reduced personal services by $46,231, which was, instead of a 21% reduction, is a 3% reduction in their budget. 38.12.5, there was a reduction in the governor's request of $159,498 in Public Safety Training Center. We changed that to $59,498, and so we enhanced that by $100,000. Then there are other system-wide changes dealing with property liability premiums, technology authority, et cetera, but those are system-wide, so I haven't mentioned those. And just for the agencies that may be interested, just because the request for the mid-year adjustment was not entertained does not mean we won't entertain it for 14. We just didn't see any point in putting any new money into the budget during the middle of the budget year unless it's an emergency or some other kind of fiscal crisis. So we will consider those and be talking to the agencies about those when we talk about the 14 full year budget. Are there any questions, or do I hear a motion? All right, we got a motion to pass. Is there a second? Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. It's carried to the full committee, and we are adjourned.